The Galactic Military Academy's training ground stretched across the crimson plains of Xanther Prime, where representatives from 47 species prepared for their roles in the United Systems Defense Force. Today's physical assessment had drawn a crowd of instructors and cadets alike, all eager to witness the latest batch of recruits tackle the infamous gravity weld challenge. Anna Chen stood among the crowd, her dark hair tied back in a practical bun, watching as a Valkyrian cadet, a species known for their exceptional strength, approached the weighted sphere. The metallic orb gleamed under the twin suns, its surface etched with measurement indicators. At 200 kilograms under Xanthar's 1.2 standard gravity, it was designed to test the upper limits of most species' capabilities. The Valkyrian, whose muscular frame towered nearly 3 meters tall, wrapped his forearms around the sphere. His breathing grew labored as he attempted the lift, managing to raise it barely a few centimeters before setting it down with a thunderous thud. The crowd murmured appreciatively. Even that minimal lift was impressive given the conditions. "Next," called out Instructor Giral, his chitinous plates clicking as he consulted his datapad. "Cadet Lewis Morrison, human." Lewis stepped forward and Anna couldn't help but smile. They'd arrived on the same transport from Earth 3 months ago, part of humanity's first significant wave of recruits since joining the Galactic Council. At first, their fellow cadets had been underwhelmed. Humans were neither the strongest nor the fastest nor the most intelligent species in the Academy. They were, as one Centaurian had dismissively noted, aggressively average. Lewis was lean, standing at 1.8 meters, short by galactic standards, with the kind of build that came from Earth's varied gravity training regimens. He approached the sphere casually, and Anna noticed several cadets exchanging glances. She'd seen that look before, pity mixed with curiosity about how badly the human would fail. "Cadet Morrison," Giral's translator crackled, "you may use whatever technique your physiology allows. The objective is to lift the sphere clear of the ground for a minimum of 3 seconds. Lewis nodded, circling the sphere once. Then, without ceremony, he bent at the knees, wrapped both hands around the lower hemisphere, and lifted. The sphere rose smoothly. Not struggling, not straining, just up. Lewis held it at chest height with one hand beneath it, his other hand resting casually at his side, and counted aloud, 1, 2, 3. He set it down with barely a sound. The training ground fell silent. "There must be an error," said Cadet Thrix, a Dralaxian whose species held the Academy's previous lifting record. "The gravity compensators are functioning perfectly," Giral interrupted, his compound eyes fixed on his readings. All measurements confirmed. The human lifted 200 kilograms under 1.2 standard gravity. Anna watched as Lewis caught her eye and shrugged, an entirely human gesture that none of the other species understood. She bit back a laugh. "How?" The question came from Velcor, the Valkyrian who'd gone before Lewis. "My species evolved on a 1.8 gravity world. We are considered the strongest in the Council." Lewis considered this. "What's your homeworld's gravity?" he asked. 1.8 standard, as I said. "Right. Earth is 1.0 standard, but we didn't evolve in a consistent environment." Lewis picked up the sphere again, this time with just his right hand, holding it like a basketball. Several cadets stepped back instinctively. "Our planet has varied terrain. Mountains, valleys, different atmospheric pressures. Our ancestors climbed, ran, swam, and adapted to changing conditions constantly. We're not specialized for strength, we're generalized for survival." He tossed the sphere slightly, caught it, then set it down. "Plus, human bone density and muscle fiber composition are, apparently, unusual. Our doctors didn't realize how unusual until we started comparing notes with Council medical databases." Instructor Giral approached, his interest clearly piqued. "Explain further, Cadet." Anna decided to chime in. "Permission to speak, sir?" "Granted, Cadet Chen. Humans evolved as persistence hunters," Anna said, stepping forward. "We didn't overpower our prey, we outlasted it. We can regulate our body temperature through sweating, something most galactic species can't do efficiently. We can run for hours, days even, in conditions that would kill most species from heat exhaustion. And our bone structure," Lewis added, "is built to handle impact and stress repeatedly. Earth's gravity might be lower than Velkar or Dralax, but our evolutionary path involved constant physical trauma, falls, fights, accidents. We heal fast, and we built up dense bones and resilient muscles to handle it. Gerald's mandibles clicked thoughtfully. The medical assessments indicated humans possess an unusually high pain tolerance as well. That's the persistence part, Anna said. We evolved to keep going even when injured. It's not that we don't feel pain. We just have a really high threshold for pushing through it. Lewis grinned. Our unofficial species motto back home is basically, "It's probably fine, walk it off." The crowd of cadets had grown. Representatives from dozens of species now gathered around the two humans. Anna could see the calculations happening behind various sets of eyes, the reassessment of what aggressively average actually meant. There's something else, Velcor said slowly. You lifted that sphere with one hand. Not because you had to, because you could. That's concerning? Concerning? Lewis raised an eyebrow. Humans are classified as a Category 3 species, moderate threat level suitable for standard peacekeeping operations. If this is your baseline physical capability... Velcor trailed off. Anna understood what he wasn't saying. The Galactic Council's threat assessment of humanity was based on incomplete data. They'd looked at humans and seen a species that was adequate at many things but exceptional at nothing in particular. What they'd missed was that being adequate at everything while excelling at endurance and adaptability made humans terrifyingly versatile. It's not about the strength, Anna said quietly. It's about what we do with it. Humans don't just survive, we thrive. We take the worst environments, the impossible odds, and we make them work. That sphere? Lewis could probably carry that for kilometers if he needed to. The question isn't whether he can lift it. It's whether he'll need to, and what he'll do with it when he does. Jral made a notation on his datapad, his body language suggesting a mixture of respect and wariness. Cadets Chen and Morrison report to advanced combat training tomorrow at 0600 hours. It seems we need to recalibrate our curriculum for human capabilities. As the crowd dispersed and the next cadet approached the sphere, Lewis walked over to Anna. Think we just made ourselves either very popular or very unpopular. Anna watched as a group of cadets huddled together, glancing nervously in their direction. Definitely the second one. But hey, that's what humans do best, and what's that? Exceed expectations. She grinned. Come on, I'll buy you a protein supplement at the commissary. You might need it for tomorrow. Why's that? Because if they're recalibrating the training for us, it means they're about to make it much, much harder, Lewis laughed. The sound carrying across the training grounds, a distinctly human sound of confidence mixed with anticipation. Good, I was getting bored anyway. As the twin suns set over Xanthar Prime, casting long shadows across the crimson plains, the other cadets began to understand something fundamental about humanity. They weren't the strongest, fastest, or smartest species in the galaxy, but they were the ones who would never, ever quit. And in the vast darkness of space where survival often depended on sheer stubborn determination, that made them the most dangerous species of all.